How's it going, guys? My name is Jerry with Aesthetic Auto Detailing. Today we're going to try out an up-and-coming brand, Greyscale car care, and today I'm going to use both of the 1 and 1 Plus, and we're going to test it on the tires right now. So the way I heard about this brand was I want to say I would see it on Instagram here and there, and then I went to 3D on Black Friday in Montclair, and the owner, Nikki, she gave out like goodie bags to like the first 5 people, and I got one of his bottles. It was like his interior cleaner, and I was looking at like the packaging and all that stuff, and I just really liked the way it looked. I thought it was pretty cool. Just to me, the way it was like the colors, it was just simple and straightforward. And then I smelled it. It was amazing, man. So after that, I went to Vic at Vital Detail Supplies in Alhambra, and I saw his line there too, Greyscale, and I was like, hey Vic, you know, like I've been seeing this, I didn't know you sold them. And then that's when we started talking about it, and he like mentioned to me the whole kind of like background information about Greyscale. And so I was just kind of thinking like, man, you know, like I'd love to like kind of collab with him, this and that. So that's when I messaged Ryan, and you know, we just started talking on Instagram. So we got together and he gave me some products, you know, to do a review on, test them out, and that's what we're gonna do today.
Have you tried it before?
These I haven't. I used some of his interior cleaner. Dope, bro. Loved it. And especially the fact that like I found out that he did about like 3 or 4 years of like testing and research and all that stuff to get it to how he wanted it, and then he released it. I like that because that's something that I can relate to. That's something how if I wanted to come out with a product, that's exactly how I would do it. Because people, they're so stuck on the money, you know? Nobody does anything like out of passion anymore. So when I found that out, I felt like, okay, that's more like passion driven, you know? So that's what made me feel like, okay, he stands out from other companies, businesses, brands. So that's why I reached out. So because this brand is so new, Ryan, the owner, actually came over and he's gonna help me do this tutorial for you guys. First things first, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rinse it off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and test out the products. All right, guys, so Ryan mentioned that you could either use alkaline wheel cleaner for actually the whole tire and this right here, or the wheel, or you can use the iron remover for this right here. So I think for the sake of the video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use 1, which is the alkaline wheel cleaner for the tire, and then I'm gonna check to see how it reacts with this one.
Let both of those sit. And just
like a minute, or
yeah, just let the chemical do the work, you know.
For sure.
As much as you can. I would say even spray down that tire way more.
Okay.
Watch all that oil pull out of there.
For sure. Let's do it.
Go crazy, bro. We got chemical.
Yeah.
We run into that mistake you see people do, spray and go straight to scrubbing.
Yeah. Let the chemical do the work.
Very nice.
Look at that. And then iron wheel has a long work time, so you can just let that sit and go to work while you're scrubbing the tire. And then watch it turn purple, watch it turn red, purple, and then you can go in there and start scrubbing it. But right now that iron wheel is, you know, trying to melt away those iron deposits from the brake pad, debris. All that turn nice dark red.
Nice.
So if you want, you can start scrubbing the tire. You know, kind of just agitate it and let the chemical, you know, keep working.
Okay.
Then,
so scrub the actual tire.
Yeah, you can scrub the tire.
For sure.
So that's one thing. That's another mistake I see a lot of people doing, is they don't know when to use iron remover. So a lot of wheel cleaners have iron remover in it, because consumers like the color change. But you don't always need to use it. One, it's a more expensive chemical, right? So it doesn't necessarily help you out as a detailer. You know, when you're working as a detailer, you got to keep costs low so that you could go home with the money instead of the product companies. So that's kind of why I made this as the advanced line. Say, for example, you know that these, say like a BMW, right? A BMW is going to have really high iron content because they want the car to stop fast and have really good brake feel. So on a BMW, this is going to work really great because the brake pads have a lot of iron content. But say, for example, on this Chevy, you know, they want the brakes to last really long, so they'll put more ceramic in the brake pad versus iron, and the brake feel is not as important. So right now, you're not seeing a lot of color change because there's really not a lot of iron for this to remove. So that's kind of the mix-up. So that's why this is your everyday line. Because for the most part, you know, people aren't driving these super high performance cars. And, you know, 80 to 90% of wheel cleaning is going to be okay with just this. So with iron and wheel, you want to give it some work time, let the chemical go to work. With wheel and tire, you don't want to let it dry on the surface, and it's working right away. So you could go right away, right in there. So wheel and tire, this is like a heavy alkaline cleaner, right? So this just makes it very easy for you to remove all that brake dust. You know, versus soap, it's not super aggressive, you know, being pH neutral. So the alkalinity just helps break up this brake dust. So it makes it a lot easier for you to just, you know, brush it away this way.
I like how it's very sudsy too.
Yeah, very foamy once you get it going.
Yeah, because I see it with like other cleaners, and they're not so much. And then you don't want to have like my brothers or whoever helping me. Sometimes I'll bring different cleaners depending on like the job. Yeah. And they're like, oh man, I like this one. So I know for a fact
they're gonna like this.
People are gonna like that. Yeah. So pretty obviously good. The wheels they're 2004.
They're 2004.
And so, you know, they haven't really gotten like as much love as I actually showed it, because when I got this van, it went straight into work. But I will tell you this. As a work van does. Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you guys this much though. I mean, this is probably the cleanest this tire has ever been since I've gotten it.
Might as well get those tires looking right. Here you go, Jerry.
Thank you, sir.
Tire mat.
Yeah.
So you can spray that on exactly as it is right now. You don't have to wait till it's totally dry. You know, spray down half so we can kind of see the difference. Okay. And spray it all down. This is a really liquidy formula. So let it soak into the tire first. You're gonna see the chemical penetrate into that rubber, or let's call it the rubber absorb tire mat. And then you're gonna see it kind of dry and cure to a really nice finish.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Go ahead.
Sounds good. Let's see.
Yep.
Should be good, right?
Throw it right into those little corners. Okay. Like right into those, corner tread blocks. What's nice is the chemical is just gonna kind of run into those. You don't really have to work it in with a tire applicator or anything like that.
Smells good.
Just naturally.
Yeah.
I would go back in there with a tire applicator or like a microfiber towel or a brush, and then just even it back out. Because right now, basically what you're looking at is, it's like there's some areas on here where it's been all absorbed, but it could probably still use more, right? So what I would do is maybe even just do a second layer of tire mat over it, and then just even it out with
something like this.
Yeah, that works.
All right, guys. So this is a quick tutorial. You know, we really just used the tire cleaners, but they both did a great job. My first impression on them is, I think they're great quality. I think, you know, if you guys are looking for something straightforward, something to get the job done, this will be it right here. You know, Ryan, for people that are interested in your product, they want to try it out, they want to purchase it from you, where can they contact you?
All right, so one is going to be online, grayscalecarcare.com. You can buy it direct from me. You can go to Vital Detail Supplies in Alhambra, California. You can also go to Dr. Detail in Costa Mesa, California. And you can also go to Dr. Detail in Fullerton, California. So 2 doctors already approve of this. 2 out of 2 doctors of detailing approve of Greyscale Car Care.
And he has a lot more chemicals that, you know, that you guys could use. So if you guys are interested, you know, make sure to look out for the other videos. Also, if you guys do purchase some of them, make sure that you tell them that Jerry sent you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay blessed.